Hello and welcome. I'm Stefan Immel, but online I'm mostly known as Sarkotus. I'm the editor of Pathfinder 2.de, the premium news site of everything regarding Pathfinder in Germany. And also host to the Pathfinder 2 wiki, which contains all the rules from the core rulebook and which is expanded regularly. I'm also the GM for two Pathfinder playgroups. One, which is online, is currently in the second chapter of Age of Ashes, and the other, which is offline, has just finished Adventures in Otari. Now we wanted to start Strengths of 1000, the adventure pass which takes place in the Magaambya Academy. And so I, of course, had to also buy and read this terrific book, the Mwangi Expanse. And there is one part which I want to read to you about the Magaambya Academy life. Local students have taken to meeting on Earth Days for study groups that are in fact alcohol samplings. Palm wines, banana beers, blood calf rum, honey mats and fruit ciders are in hot demand from nearby brewers, who prepare attractive offers over 2 weeks to lure initiates looking to try the available wares. Most popular among these meetings is a drink made from dates and ginger, cut with a small amount of tea. This drink has become so associated with students from the Magaambya that residents cheekily refer to it as Jatembe Juice. And this is what I wanted to make. In several tries, I tried to figure out how much dates, how much ginger, and so on. And now I think I have a recipe which tastes rather good. And for that, you need dates, of course. German, they are called Datteln. And they come in different sizes. You need ginger. German, it's called Ingwer. And you need alcohol. I choose white rum. And to prepare it, you need a knife. You need a peeler. You need something to measure rum. You need some glasses which you can close, because what we do has to rest for at least a week. You need a cheesecloth, and I used a tea sieve later in the process, and you need scales to measure the dates. So the first thing I did was try which amount of dates, which amount of ginger, and so on. What I found out which tastes best was for such a bottle of rum, 700 milliliters, which is roughly 1.5 pint. You need 350 grams of dates, which is about 12 ounces. And you need 120 grams of ginger, which is about 4 ounces. So I will start with one glass. And measure. Such a glass has about 300 milliliters, which is 2/3 of a pint of rum. And so I need about 5 ounces of dates and about 1.5 ounces of ginger. Start by cutting the dates twice, so the rum can get inside. So now I have my dates cut. They went go into the glass. And now for the fun part, I have to peel the ginger. Okay, now I have peeled the ginger, and now for the fun part, you have to cut it in little pieces. And this also goes into the glass. Okay. Okay, dates, ginger, and now for the important part, the rum. And as I said, it's about 300 milliliters, 2/3 of a pint. And this also goes into here. And then you close it, and you have to put it in a dark place. I choose a cupboard in our kitchen, and it has to rest for at least 7 days. And we will come back when it has rested 7 days. As you can see, I have been quite busy with peeling and cutting and filling. And there is the last glass, filled to the brim with dates, ginger and rum. And now we close the lid and put it up here. And there you can see my tries with the different recipes. And this is a dark place. And we close the doors and have to wait, like I said, for 7 days approximately. It is day 1 after I peeled and cut and poured. And here are my glasses. And now we have to do a little shake each one. Four, 5. 6. 7 and 8. And back they go. See you tomorrow. It's day 2, and as you can see, the rum already has taken on a little color, and so we do again a little shaking. Put it all back and say good night until tomorrow. And some more shaking. And as you can see, the rum has taken on quite some color, which is a pretty good sign, but we have to still wait for a few more days. So it has been 10 days since I peeled and cut the dates and the ginger, put the rum on top of it, and now it is time for the cheesecloth. And I will show you how it's done for the next step. You take the cheesecloth, put it over the bowl, and then you open the jar. Have a good look. Looks a bit not so tasty, but will change. So, and in it goes. And then you take it and press real hard to get all the rum and all the juice out of it. This takes some time. But it is well worth the labor. Okay, that's one jar. And of course, we have to repeat it with all the other jars. And again, the cheesecloth over the bowl. Opening the jar. And here it in the cheesecloth. And again. Press real hard. If you have to buy a cheesecloth, make sure it's not out of paper. There are some cheap ones which you can use once. I paid a little bit more and bought one that is reusable, and that's the better choice since you have to do quite a lot of this for a decent amount of Jatembe juice. And this is what remains. Okay, I have to repeat this 8 times. And after this, you have to clean the jars so you can put the result of this step back into them, because there is another step in 2 to 3 days, which I will show you then. Since there are quite some pigments and other stuff in there which we don't want in our final product, we now use our adhesive and fill the jar. And as you can see, all the juice from 3 jars now fits into roughly 2 jars. And again, those jars go into the cupboard. You have to wait about 2 days, and then I will show you the next step. As you can see from our 8 jars, there are only 4.5 left, and as it's quite obvious, it's still a bit murky. So we put it back into the cupboard, let it rest for about 2 days, and have a look then. It has been another 5 days since I put my Jatembe juice into these jars. And now we do have a little white residue at the bottom of the glass. This is from the ginger. And so we have to do another filtration. I use another jar and a tea filter. And pour the Jatembe juice. into the jar. And now we have a little bit of the white residue and some unwanted stuff remaining. I will wash the filter. And the Jatembe juice is ready to go into the bottle. And we can repeat this with the next glass. And there it is, the first bottle. And as the book says, you can drink it with a bit of tea, black tea. I choose Darjeeling, super fine from our local tea store. And I put it in the refrigerator, so it is cold. A glass. Some tea. Some Jatembe juice. And enjoy! Tastes really, really great. The mixture of the rum, the dates, the ginger, and the tea. Great combination. And I hope you will enjoy it and serve it to your group. And would be great if you can leave a like for this video and a comment. I really would appreciate this. Cheers!